So yeah, when you're talking on video as well, when you're talking about places like this, you do get confused a bit. So bear in mind that it's not easy to talk about history and film and look after your dog at the same time. But I'll show you it, and that's all I can do. As you can, it's the 17th of April, Friday, 2020. You see there are some graves there. Let's get into the main part of it. People ask me sometimes, how can you speak English so good? I don't speak English so good. We learn it at school, from when we are about 7 years of age. Every Dane learns to speak English. Well, most of them do. If you can speak English, you will get on okay in Denmark. And even on Bornholm. You can see we're coming to some of the first large stones. There's another little sign. You can pause it if you like. Here we go. Here are some beautiful Iron Age grave sites. Okay. You can see that one has got some, would have had some shapes on it, as you can see, but it would never been able to decipher what was on there, because yeah, it's over 1500 years old, that. Again with that one, go here. But when I was talking to one of our experts here on the island once, many years ago, he said that many of these have faces on, depending on the light, you know. There would have been Vikings buried here as well, on top of their ancestors. Why they did that, nobody knows. All of these would have been cremated back then, in Iron Age and early Viking era. You can see this. It's such a beautiful place. I hope they start clearing up these trees. There's all those stones. Have not been touched. This place has not been archaeologically examined, and it never will be. The place is sacred, which means it's a heritage site. So nobody knows what is under here. They did do a couple of examinations back in the 19th century and found that 3 of the graves had different eras of burials due to the finds that were in the graves. They found that Iron Age, early Iron Age, late Iron Age and early Vikings buried their dead. here, under these stones. It was their way of marking the dead. There's another one over there. Perhaps we can get some sun here where maybe you can see a face or two. I believe they're over there. You see, Bornholm back in, all the way, even in the Bronze Age, was used as a trading place for the Germanic tribes and the Vikings. And the amount of finds we have found from that era on the island of Bornholm, the treasures and that have been found in the fields, in the farming fields, is the equivalent to half of the finds in the whole of Denmark. So Bornholm, count on that, is half of what Denmark has found, nearly half. Here's another couple of beauties. A lot of history there in these stones. And I don't think there's anybody, yes, they have done videos about some of the stuff on Copenhagen, in Bornholm, sorry, but nobody ever talks. I talk. You can see on these ones, there would have been faces on these stones, these ones here, they say. But it's very hard to see. You have to come here at night and flash down on top of the stone, and then you will see them. Like they do with rune stones. It's the best way to photograph them. Is 100% sure when Bornholm became a part of Denmark, because back then we had our own kings here on the island. We have Viking forts, we have ironage forts, and we have rune stones from both the Christian era, which would have been what they call the transition period, you know, the conversion to Christianity on Bornholm. Now somewhere between the years with Harald Bluetooth and after that, I believe Bornholm became part of Denmark. But it's still not 100% sure. And here you can see that this is how they would have been, like a fire pit or a burial site. And it was a sad occasion, as you can see. And that is how they would have risen the stone in memory of them. And there you can see an early, in the Iron Age, the first type of villages that sprung up. And this is from some of the Germanic tribes on the Baltic Sea, which would be us. What I will say as well is Bornholm is the last part of eastern Denmark. The rest the Swedes took from the Danes during the Danish-Swedish War, like Skåne, Halland and Blekinge. Those were all part of eastern Denmark at one stage. They are not anymore, they are part of Sweden. But Bornholm, we didn't want Swedish rule, so we went on the attack and kicked the Swedes out and gave the island back to the Danish crown. These are beautiful stones. I always, every time, I've also done it on other videos, I go past here and I always say this. I know it sounds stupid, but I say thank you for putting these stones up and thank you for letting me walk around. It's my respect to the dead. But that was one of our Iron Age, Viking Age sites. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. I'm going to do a lot more history videos now. And have a great weekend, everybody. Don't forget to push that subscribe button. That would be nice if you're not following me yet. And I will follow you too. I am also, just let me know that you have subscribed, and I will subscribe to your channel as well.